this is how big the lavender is on my lavender hill. And you can see it is not big at all. But I got lavender like this last year, and I planted it next to my house. Let me show you how big that lavender is. So this, well, that lavender I planted from seed last year, so that's different. But all the rest of those lavenders, that's what I planted last year, and they were those little tiny seedlings. But you can see here, it has grown quite a lot, and we even have buds, which means we'll have lavender flowers this year. And I pruned these in the winter very heavily. So this lavender hedge is even from being pruned very heavily. There's Trouble right there. It's actually her name because she gets into everything and gets out of everything, and I don't know how. Okay, so I got the pumpkins done yesterday. Now I get to start getting starting to get the potatoes ready. Finally, it's very exciting. Finally, the potatoes are in. I'm like a month late for the potatoes, but it's better than not having potatoes planted at all. So anyway, we'll see how it goes this year. So in the time that it's taken for me to get that fence up, I spread out all the straw in really nice rows when I first got the straw, and I was okay with the chickens kicking it around, but since it took a lot longer than I assumed that it was going to take, it ends up that the piles got kicked around a lot more than I wanted them to, and the grass has grown up because the piles got kicked around, and so it's kind of a mess, and that's okay. I can fix a mess, but that's why it looks like it does. And so what I need to do right now is I need to get the straw straightened out so that I can make my potato beds, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I got some of my potatoes with me. I have with me red Pontiac and red Norland. I have 2 bags each of those. Those are 5-pound bags, so 10 pounds of seed potatoes for those. And then I've got, these are 2.5 pounds of the Adirondack Blue because we love purple potatoes. I mean, we really love them. And so I have 4 bags of those. So I'm thinking that's about 10 pounds of those. I'm gonna fill this whole bed right here, this big long bed, with the red potatoes because we just love potatoes in general. We are a potato family. And so I'm gonna fill this one with red. And usually those come earlier than some other potatoes. The blue potatoes are normally a longer season potato. I'm going to put the purple potatoes in the middle bed, which is a little bit shorter. And then I have some more potatoes in the house, seed potatoes that I have not planted yet. It seems like it's going to rain, and so I wanted to get these in real fast. And then if it doesn't rain, then I will be making another bed, and I'll put all of my golden, like my fingerlings and my Yukon Gold potatoes all in that bed. So, but right now I just want to get these in. And then if I need to, I can work on the rest of them tomorrow. I got these potatoes maybe a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago. Time is flying by and going so slow at the same time. I don't even know what's going on. But these potatoes have got some crazy sprouts on them, like crazy sprouts. And I know a lot of people like to cut their seed potatoes, but I don't like to do that. I feel like it gives it more energy to produce more potatoes when you don't cut the potatoes. And so when there are sprouts like this, you just end up really, like, I would just end up burying them deeper than I would have if they had little tiny sprouts. And we are also, if you can tell, we are trying out the Ruth Stout Method as far as potato growing this year. This is our first time doing it, but I'm very excited about it. And the fact that her name is Ruth too just kind of gives me a little bit of an excitement. But we're going to see how this goes. And this is the biggest potato planting that we've done ever. And I'm very excited because normally when we plant potatoes, I plant a bed that's about half this size, and we go through those potatoes within like a month. And so I'm trying to see if I can get maybe like a whole winter's worth of potatoes out of this crop. We'll see. But I'm just going to take the whole potato and I'm going to plant it so that these are up, and I'm just going to bury it deep beneath the straw, and we'll see how that goes. It seems like my beds are bigger than I thought that they were going to be, so that's really very exciting to me. I might be able to plant all my potatoes and not have to go through the work of making another bed. I mean, fingers crossed, but I'm okay with doing more work if it makes me more potatoes. So I'm actually going to just put my purple at the end of this bed because my 20 pounds of seed potatoes took me 3/4 of the way. So we'll see. Maybe 10 pounds of the purple will fill in the last little bit, maybe even go on to like the little bit on the next one. And I can just go get my yellow potatoes now. Let's see how it goes. So I know that these are like way past their prime to plant because, you know, the sprouts are so long on them, but I just could not plant them until that fence went up. And it just got stuck in my head somehow that I had to wait for my father-in-law to finish that machine that he was working on. And I forgot that I am capable of doing things without machines, and that I could just put the fence up myself. And I got so stuck on the idea of that machine that it took a lot longer than it should have to get these in. But the cool thing about waiting this long is you gotta see these purple potatoes. They're gorgeous. I mean, the potatoes are not gorgeous, but the sprouts, I mean, literally just vibrant, beautiful, gorgeous color. I gotta show you. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? Am I crazy? gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, in the ground they go. Well, I got the potatoes in, and in case you're wondering, I have never done Ruth Stout before, so I don't know how this is going to go. I planted about 65 pounds of potatoes. Usually you end up getting about 7 to 10 potatoes per potato spud that you plant. So I mean, that should be good yields. That should give us a good amount. I know that I put the straw over a bunch of grass, and I am not for a moment expecting that there won't be grass sticking up through these beds, and I am absolutely okay with that. That's fine. The reason that I have them out here, when we have such intrepid deer who are very bold and curious, I have heard that deer don't usually bother potatoes. Well, because potato leaves are poisonous. Now, I also heard that voles didn't bother garlic and that it was a deterrent to them, but my voles were eating my garlic. So I don't know. Maybe nobody told these deer that they're not supposed to eat potatoes, or maybe that they'll just, have a couple of nibbles and they'll realize this isn't good. I don't know. I hope. I just know that I don't have enough room in my garden or my food forest for potatoes in this amount, and it's worth a shot. I'm going to try it. It's not like potatoes are the most expensive thing in the world, but I would much rather have homegrown potatoes than store-bought potatoes. Like a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. It's an experiment. I feel like almost everything is an experiment this year. But with each experiment, we get more and more knowledgeable. So hopefully something good happens. I hope. Well, anyway, that's my potato planting adventures today. And that was all of my potatoes. And so I was imagining, because we've never planted potatoes this much before. There's never been, I've planted maybe a bed, maybe half this size. And so a 10, 20 pounds of potatoes maybe went into that. And I was so nervous that that fence was taking so long for me to put up that I wasn't going to be able to, I had it all planned. I was going to do first potatoes, first early, second early, late potatoes. I had 3 beds laid out, and I got all the potatoes and I planted them today. All of them. They all fit into 2 beds, which is great because I did not have to worry so much about whether or not I was going to be able to plant all those potatoes and whether or not some of them go to waste. And so we're going to get the full harvest. We do have enough time now that I don't have to worry about first early, second early, and late potatoes and rotational cropping with these. I have enough time this summer to be able to get a full crop of everything that I wanted to plant. And so I'm thankful and I'm blessed, because I was stressing a little bit and I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been worrying about anything. Should just trust that things are going to work out when you try your best, and God will bless us. And so here we are. I'm thankful. It's a great day. I wish it would rain, but it's sunny, and so we'll take advantage of that. And I'll play with my kids because they're super cute and wonderful. And she's waiting for me right there. So I'm gonna dip out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification if you want to see more videos like this, because I am going to be posting almost daily. I hope you have a wonderful evening and stay blessed.